Hello children, I hope you all are safe at home and you are going through the videos which we are preparing for you. Last time in last video we have talked about question number 1 of English language paper, that was the composition, where you were supposed to write a composition in 300 to 350 words, and we have discussed all 5 parts of that composition. Also, I gave you some homework to write compositions and I hope that you are practicing them. Now children, you must be thinking that why I am emphasizing on writing part, that is writing composition. Because if you go through the format of our question paper, that is ICSE English language paper, you will find that the maximum marks are assigned for the writing part. The whole paper consists of 80 marks, and out of 80 marks, around 20 marks are given for compositions, 10 marks for letter, then 10 marks again for writing email and notice, and then 20 marks are assigned for the comprehension. So altogether you have around 40 marks of writing. That is why you have to enhance your creative writing. Now today's class, today we are going to start with the second question in your question paper. Here in the test paper or the practice paper 2 is that you have to write letter. There are 2 choices given and out of those 2 you have to select one. You must have studied the letters previously also. There are 2 kinds of letters, that is the informal letters and the formal letters. Now today we are going to talk about the informal letters, and later on I will be sharing this question with you all. If you will see this question, on top of the question it is always written that don't spend more than 20 minutes on this. That means you have to be very skilled in writing this letters so that in 20 minutes itself you can finish off with the letter, and that too with good English and with all the expression done well. Now today, as I said, that we will talk about the informal letters. Informal letters. So first of all, what are informal letters? Informal letters, or we also call them personal letters. The letters which are written to your friends, maybe to your parents, maybe to your acquaintances, such letters are known as informal letters. Now the marks are assigned, I will share that also, how the marks are distributed for whole letter. The marks are assigned in 3 things you have to keep in mind. That is, first is the format of the letter. Second, you have to make sure that whatever you are writing in the letter, that is the content of the letter, should be good content. And third is the expression, how you have expressed those content. So we will talk about these 3 things one by one. So let us talk about the format of the informal letter. So children, you know that nowadays we are following the box format. Earlier there would be the traditional formats also of writing the letters, but nowadays we are following the box methods. So in box method, everything whatever you write, it starts from the margin. So this you have to keep in mind, that all whatever you write in the letter should start from the margin. So the first thing which you write in the informal letter is the address. Now address, whose address you are going to write? Your own address, the sender's address. Then you have to leave a space over there, and then you will write the date. Now the format of the date is date, month and year in words. Like we write, if it is today 24th April 2020. So this is the way how we write the date. You have to remember to write the date this way, either it is informal letter or it is formal letter. Then after date, again you are going to leave a space here, and then comes the salutation. Salutation means whomsoever you are writing the letter, you are going to address, like maybe if you are writing to your friend, so dear so and so, this way, that is called the salutation. After that comes the main part of the letter, that is the body of the letter. After salutation, there shouldn't be any space. After that you can start the body. Now the body, the first line itself should start from the margin itself. You are not going to make any paragraph by leaving the space here. And if you want to divide your letter into 2 or 3 paragraphs, every time when you want to make a new paragraph, you start from the margin. That is why, that is the way how we make the paragraphs in the letter. So body you write, and at the end comes the, after body you leave a space, and then you write the subscription. Now subscription, after subscription again you leave a line, and then you have to write only your first name in informal letter. Now what is subscription? In subscription you will write the closing in the form of yours lovingly or yours affectionately, and then your name. And if you are writing to your brother or to your parents, maybe you have some nickname, so you can use your nickname also here. So this is going to be the format of the informal letter, and this format only you have to follow. Here children, salutation when you write, if you write dear mummy or dear papa, you have to write a comma also after that, okay. And even in the subscription also there should be a comma. So this is the format. If you follow the format absolutely correct, then you will get the full marks on the format. The next is the content. So first I said that you have to keep in mind the format. Now we come to the content. Now content you will write according to the question. So the question which is given in your book, I am reading that for you. The first part, since it is an informal letter, so I am reading it for you. You have gone to a summer camp for 2 weeks. It was a survival training camp where you lived in a tent without any modern amenities. You went for long treks and learned skills of mountaineering and river rafting. Write a letter to your cousin telling him or her about your trip. So first thing which you have to keep in mind is to whom you are writing the letter. So here in this question, if you see that you have to write the letter to your cousin. So obviously if you are writing to your cousin, he must be of your same age or maybe little elder to you. But keep this in mind that you are not going to write this letter to a very small cousin or very little one who doesn't understand all these things. So you have to keep in mind that to whom you are writing is of same age group. Secondly, whatever is being asked in this question, you have to keep answering that. That is, the first thing you have to keep in mind that where have you gone? You have gone to a summer camp. What does it mean? If you have gone to a summer camp, that means you would have gone in your summer holidays. Then for 2 weeks you have gone, quite a long period. Then it was a survival training camp. Now where survival, where you need to survive, and the next line says that where you lived in a tent without any modern amenities, means you have to live in such a conditions where you have very little things with you, and then you have to survive in those conditions. What is the modern amenities means? First of all, you have to understand the question also. Modern amenities means all the things, the luxurious things which you use at home, like maybe a nice double bed you have, a nice mattress you have here, and then proper washrooms you have at home, but all these things are not available there. You are living in a small tent with very few things with you. Then this would be a new experience for you also, as well as you have to write it in such a way that your cousin should also imagine all those things. It should be so vivid. Then next thing what you did there, you went for long treks. Then you have to explain this all, that how your trainers, obviously the trainers would be there, those who are training you, how they have trained you, that how you have to move on the treks. You know that sometimes when we go for trekking, you have to keep putting the marks also there, so that you should not be lost. So all these things which you have learned. Now when you write this letter, you should have a sound knowledge of all these things. So first of all you think about the content and then you write. So first thing you learnt trekking, then you have learned the skills like mountaineering. Now this is also going to be a new experience for you, that how they taught you to climb on the mountain or to climb on the rock, what all equipments you have used to climb the rock. Then third thing which you have learned there was river rafting. Again a very adventurous thing. So obviously if river rafting you are doing there, so you would have gone some hilly areas, because in the hilly areas you must have seen the river rafting is done. But keep this in mind that you should know that what is river rafting. Maybe in your life you have not done all these things, but of course you would have seen them either in any movies or maybe in any of the program on television. So all these things one by one you have to explain, and then your experience, that what you have experienced during this. Maybe you can even add that some or the other incident took place along with you, or maybe with your companions, and how you came out from that. So these are the things which you have to keep in mind. Whatever is asked in the question, that only you have to write, no other things. Now since they have asked you to about 3 things, so you can divide it into 3 paragraphs. Then after writing all these things, there should be a closing line. Like the way you close your composition with a conclusion, same thing here in the letter also there should be a closing line. Now the closing line could be that I had really a good time there learning all the survival things in with less amenities, and I wish that next time you can also be with me and we both go together for such kind of training camp. And then waiting for your reply of this letter, and then you close with the subscription. So this way you are going to close. Now this was closing. Same way children, there should always be an opening line also. So the opening lines could be this way. There are some examples given here which I am reading for you all. It is according to the content which is asked in the question. So like first one is, I was delighted to hear of your success. Means this line shows that you are giving an answer of any of the previous letter of your, maybe of your cousin, maybe of your brother or sister, that you are happy on his or her success. So you will start this way. Then I am very sorry to tell you, maybe any bad news you are going to give to your parents, to your brother, sister or any acquaintance. So you can start this way. Then do you know what has happened to? Means maybe you have gone through an incident which has changed your life, or maybe some experience that has really influenced you. So this way you can start. How can I ever thank you for? This could be a thank you letter. Maybe you have received any gift from your parents or from your uncle or from your brother. So you can start this way. We were all shocked to hear. When you have heard any shocking news, maybe from your family or maybe from your friend's family. So this way you can start. If it's a pleasure to be able to congratulate you on, maybe your friend, your brother, your sister would have won any of the competitions, then you can start this way. Thank you for your letter. Maybe you have asked your brother or sister to reply your letter which you have written earlier and they have not replied. After a long time you got a reply, then you can start your letter this way. So, what you have to keep in mind, first of all the format, secondly the content, what you are writing in the letter, and in content only how you are going to open your letter and how you are going to close your letter, and in between is the body of the letter, that is according to the question. Whatever is asked in the question, that should be answered in your letter. Now children, the third thing which you have to keep in mind while writing the letter is the expression. So, I am just reading few points from here that what should be your expression in writing the letter. So, where are you going to express yourself? Obviously in the body of the letter. So, it contains the subject matter is the main part of the letter. You will have to follow the points mentioned in the connection with the writing of different type of compositions. Like we have in compositions also, I have told you few points which you should keep in mind. That same thing you have to keep in mind. If you are asked to give directions on how to hire a flat, or you will have to go about the assignment in the manner in which you treat a factual essay. Similarly, if you are asked to imagine yourself to be a soldier and explain your experience in the battlefield, you will have to follow the general pattern of the imaginative composition. You will have to show the thoughts and feelings of the soldier. Then you must adopt a tone appropriate to the matter you are writing about. Means, tone means if you are writing to your parents, then your tone should be intimate. You will be using some respectful words in between, and if you are writing to your friend, the tone will be informal tone. So, this way you have to keep in mind. Then if you are writing to a friend, the tone should be informal and very personal. So, divide your letter into paragraphs as I told you, and use simple language. Now, here there is no word limit given along with the letter, but yes, of course, it shouldn't exceed the way it was asked 350 words in composition. The letter should be shorter than the composition. So, keeping the format in mind and only the things which is asked in the question, that you have to answer and finish off with the letter. So, here children, I am reading a sample letter for you all, so that at least you will have an idea that how to use a language in the letter. So, the question is, you saved the life of a child from fire. Write to your father how it happened and how you did it. So, two things are asked, how it happened and how you did it, and you are writing a letter to your father. So, salutation is, my dear father, I feel so happy to tell you about a wonderful thing that happened and I could do it. I saved the life of a child from fire. So, in the beginning itself, you have explained that what has happened. Now, in the second paragraph, you will write, it happened like this. Yesterday was Sunday. I was going to Pradeep's house to study social studies. Just on the turning of Subhash Road, I heard cries and shrieks from a hut. I noticed the curls of smoke rising up from its thatched roof and flames coming out from the hut. The mother of a baby shouted for help as she could not bring out her baby. A few old men were around, but nobody could dare to go in. I don't know what happened. The mother's wailing made me forget everything except the child. I dared rush into the hut and came out with the terrified baby clasping my neck. This is one paragraph. Now, new paragraph. The mother jumped and took the baby into the safety of her arms, and the old grandfather of the baby fell on my feet, and tears of gratitude moistened my feet. Next paragraph. I know, father, you and mother will be proud of this act as well as worried about me. I received minor burns, nothing to worry about. Sleep was difficult that night. The joy that comes from rendering a selfless service surrounded me. I was thinking of the fire, the mother's cry and the baby. May God choose me for greater service of my fellow men in future. With kind regards to you both, your loving son Ajay. So this is a sample letter, and you have seen that how the flow of language and the flow of ideas are there in the letter. This is how you are going to write your letters also. And always remember, when you are writing the letter or when you are starting your letter, it will be better that you write in a fresh page. Don't start your letter at the end of the page, then it becomes difficult to see your format there. So this way you are going to write the letter. That too we have talked about the informal letter. So 3 things what you have to keep in mind. First is the format of the letter where you get marks. Second, the content of the letter, it should be very impressive. Third thing, the expression, that how you have expressed your feelings in the letter. Then few more things which you have to keep in mind is that usually whatever is asked, if you are able to underline those points, that will be good for you. Secondly, you have to keep watch over your spellings. The spellings which you are using in the letter should be correct. Then third thing is correct tense. Now here in this question, if we take this question, you have already finished that camp. You have already been into that camp, so it all goes into past tense. So you have to keep in mind that you are going to explain everything in past tense. So the tenses you have to keep in mind, and very importantly you have to keep in mind the spellings. The spellings should be all correct. So these are the places where you lose marks, and these are the things which I have told you. If you will keep in mind, obviously you are going to get good marks. So I will be sharing the marks distribution with you and even the format along with this video. So I hope you are going to follow this, and at the end I will be giving you this question also to write. Try and write a good letter to your cousin. Thank you. Stay safe and healthy at home.